Okay, so we're here, back and renewed at No Bullshit Reviews, reviewing RBR Short Films 13, The Haunting of Ghostface. Now, for those of you that don't know what this is about, it's basically a fan film on, what do you call that, Scream. And in this fan film, we follow Sydney, who just recently lost her mother to a Ghostface killing and is being surrounded by friends, cops, and all that bullshit to protect her. But there's a twist. So what I felt about this film was more like, what do you call that? The first scene where you see Sydney's mom, you know, the whole fight with Sydney, I thought that, you know, he had the lead room, you know, the nose room or whatever going on in there, but the cuts were super quick. And I understand that it was made, you know, single camera or whatever, but I think that's where it suffered the most, just kind of like fast cut editing, because you need to, he successfully builds, you know, atmosphere with the shots of, you know, the woods, this and that. I kind of like that, and especially in the beginning, the slow motion like shot. But the editing and the talking was just too quick, and the slap was pretty well done. You know, he just went from a 2-shot to a close up of, of mommy giving her a big ass slap.
I wonder if that hurt.
So, okay. So there we go. Sydney leaves, right? And, you know, she's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Now, that's what I noticed in this film. There's a lot of cursing. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of, you know, a Rob Zombie style kind of film, especially when the cops come. So she gets killed, yada, yada, yada. We're faced with cops. Okay, listen. The Halloween November 1st was kind of fun and, you know, nice, because it didn't really have a story. It was more like, okay, so he's here, I'm gonna attack, okay, let's watch what happens. This one, you try to tell a story, okay, yeah, but you failed to make bridges to connect certain scenes, like her talking to you, to being in the house, to, you know, Sydney talking to someone and then having a dream, that sort of thing. And then you had, okay, I don't know if you know this, but it's okay if you don't, because, you know, I only really learned it when I started getting into film, that audio and film needs to be recorded separately. They need to have a mic and all that. I understand that's kind of expensive to get, but if you're going to do something outside, it's best to have some sort of mic, just recording it, and then, like, try to put it together with the scene itself later, you know, kind of label it or whatever, or have your actors talk loud, because you and your sister were talking kind of loud in those scenes, so I mean kind of softly in those scenes. And then they have that one girl, remember, they were in the park and then she's there.
Oh yeah, right. She was just there and then all of a sudden not there,
sneaking in, and I thought that was hilarious. Like, oh,
that was creepy.
I guess I'll just sneak my way into this shot very awkwardly and then disappear in the next take. That's nice. I can see that you filmed your scenes more than once to get different angles. That's cool, you know. And also, there's this particular scene where Ghostface just finished, well, this random guy comes up, you know, he's just been there for, 10 days or whatever. And he's like, oh, I want to see if you're all right. To me, that didn't make no sense. I guess red herring or whatever. Both of you are very together, sat on the ground, and I feel like, okay, there's a very, very simple rule. There needs to be lead room to every shot. The shots that you shot before of your mother and she's on the edge of the screen, and then you have that lead room, yeah, tighten that up a little bit, and that's perfect. Because you can't have your character, let's say, right here, and then looking at someone else to talk. Well, right here, I guess. Because it's uncomfortable or whatever. Right here, a little better. But I'm not going to criticize so much, but because well, you're young and you haven't really, you know, studied like film or whatever to really know these things, and there's so much to learn. So it's not like it's a failure in any sense of the word. I mean, to get people, you know, riled up to make a film and get, you know, people to donate things is a accomplishment within itself. The cop who didn't give a shit. He's like, I'm not gonna deal with this shit anymore. I was like, what? But you're the fucking cop. Calm down, fucking Sherlock Holmes. The essence of a movie is its heart, right? The feeling and everything, the effect that you get, and then you have the heartbeat, and that's the editing, that's the score, and you really need to learn how to make that flow with your edits. It's there, you can conceive something, but of course, work on it, and it's gonna get better. I mean, this is only practice, and with practice, I mean, you started now. I mean, when you get to the point where you actually can go to the film school, you have experience already. But anyway, the twist. There's a point where she comes back after finding, I guess, the cops, you know, just gone, just left there. When she finishes doing a kick-ass jump off the roof, off the fucking balcony, I was like, oh shit, really? That was awesome. I was like, yeah, you jump, bitch. Oh, not calling your sister a bitch, but you know, okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, so she jumped. That was awesome, cool. And then she found the gun. She comes back, and I don't understand why she comes back to the basement. Well, I guess she wants to work her way up, you know, do some snooping, whatever. So she's confronted by what appears to be Clark Kent, wearing real 3D glasses.
That's what I thought.
I was like, whoa. It's
well, like, wait, isn't that Clark Kent? So where did he come
was
from?
So well posed. I was like, wow. Who we believe to be dead, well, Ryan, yourself, comes back telling her, well, you know what? You killed your mom. You went crazy, and we've been trying to show you in a very fucked up manner, I must say, that you killed your mother. And then, you know, she has what does she have?
A brainstorm.
She's like, brainstorm. I enjoyed that part, actually. I was like, oh, look at her. She's going to be attacked by memories. And then here we go. She goes, I like the music to that. I like the music when the score to her coming down and, you know, this bitch had everything in the basement. She was ready for this shit. She goes, her mom just finished taking some pills. I'm like, why? What the fuck you taking pills for? So anyway, she takes pills. She pops some pills. And then she comes up, and then she grabs her mom, and I guess, you know, you don't want to actually, you know, suffocate the mother here. It dragged on a little bit too long because there wasn't anything actually happening. She wasn't, you know, struggling.
Like, at least try to help yourself, please. Just try.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of disturbing to see her laying there. Like,
at least try to look like you're trying to help yourself. Don't be like this.
And she's all kick-ass. She's like, yeah, I just killed her. Yeah, because she slapped me. Ooh.
Got that slap.
And then she remembers, and she's like, oh my God. And I kind of like that scene. The scene that I liked the most was the one between you and your sister, where you grab her and you're like, you think I'm the killer? I liked that. It was a little bit, okay, it was a little uncomfortable for a second, because it seemed like, you know, touching her.
Touchy.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, wait, no, back off. But then I was like, okay, I'm into this. You think I'm the killer? Whatever the fuck. And he's like, oh, back off, you asshole, whatever. I was like, okay, that's kick-ass. So I kind of liked it. Cursing within the both of you, yeah, I liked that. But cursing within adults who weren't into delivering lines, nah.
Oh.
I mean, your main cop was so monotone. He was like...
But remember that guy that came out of nowhere? He was stiff. He was like this.
He looked so scared. He looked so scared of that camera. I'm not even gonna say anything bad for him.
He
about
just got
him.
Snatched up at the end.
He got snatched. Oh my God. Okay, this movie has balls. In the middle of the daylight, Ghostface comes out of the woods and just snatches this small ass Ghostface.
And he didn't even try to yell either. He's just like, oh.
Snatches up Mr. Abercrombie, I guess you can call American Eagle, and takes him to the woods, and you're like, oh, did you see that? And the cop is like, fuck, I gotta go chase this guy. And I kind of like that little shot where, he's just looking up, and I like Ghostface's little slide, like he was having fun down the snow. And then he looks up to the camera. You see, he has a lot of good moments, well, where he shows potential in how he can direct. I mean, there's moments where he has one bad thing is a little montage after we find out that, she killed her mom. And it's like, okay, is this the end of the film? What are we going here? That needed to be cut short. And then she escapes. I was like, okay, badass bitch. She just hopped over that fence or whatever the fuck it was. It's like, yeah, I'm out. What do you call it? I thought his sister was a little bit badass in this movie. I thought, because he was just cursing up a fucking storm. Like, fuck you. Like, what? You're the killer? I'm gonna throw your ass out.
That was funny. He's like, in this very room. We're like, what?
That looked like a Clue moment. That was totally a Clue moment. Yeah, where Mr. Body collects everybody. He's like,
yeah,
the killer's in this very room. And I think the single most best piece of editing in this film was Cassidy's title shot. Credit, where she takes off the mask and she looks all badass, and it's like, takes off the hue, and it's like, oh, Cassidy Richard. That was badass. That was good. And I love that you picked, Breaking Benjamin, Dance with the Devil. That was awesome. I think it really fit your movie. But otherwise, I think it's a good start. I mean, it's long. You obviously went through some trouble to, get through it. And I think it was a good, well, I wouldn't say effort. I mean, you succeeded in making your film, and it was good. The interesting thing about this film is how Hollister is very, very much, product placement. I love the Capri Sun, turn to the screen. I was like, wow.
She was just like this.
Shameless.
Advertising it.
Product placement. I loved it, though. I loved it. It just seemed so, B-movie, and there's so many things to laugh at. It was enjoyable. You're just like, oh, shit, But don't make your cops curse so much. Keep the cursing within the kids. That was badass. I like the fact that he tried to stunt, and that was, awesome. Try to create more of a pacing for your films rather than just cutting. And look into, framing, which is very important. Framing, how to frame a shot. The rule of thirds, lead room, all that good shit, nose rooms. You need, that's the basics. That's your, bread and butter on how to make a shot look good. So look into that, give it another ride, and I'll definitely watch again. Because, I want to see how this gets better, how this evolves. I mean, we came from November 1st to just being in a hotel and, being hysterically funny with the way he used slow motion, her going down the fucking steps and being stabbed.
That was slow.
To November 2nd, and now The Haunting of Ghostface. And I enjoy the fact that, he's so inspired and, so excited about film, and it's definitely something to look forward to. I mean, he's definitely going to do something in the industry. You can see it. So anyway, that was our review, and this is our first video for No Bullshit Reviews in a long time. We'll be back with Scream 4. I think right now, actually. We might just do it right now after we finish editing this. to put on YouTube. But yeah, thanks for asking me to review, and thanks for making it, and thanks for being so excited at such a young age about film, and loving film and loving horror. It's for real, not enough people care about film nowadays, and it's good. So anyway, peace out, Ryan. Thanks for making this, and we're fans.